Alright, it is right about that time of year when people are applying for colleges and colleges are expensive. And so today we are going to talk about student debt, national debt, taxes, and all of that stuff. Why don't we head right into it? Many of you are probably right around that age of college, high school, and looking to go into college or some future learning place. Also, lately with politics and stuff, our new president has been talking about canceling student debt or part of student debt. With the calculations having been done for student debt, I took the average salary, the number of taxpayers in the US, and all the other fun stuff, and I've calculated the tax increase per year if Biden wants to cut all student debt there is in the next 4 years. So why don't we go ahead and look at those numbers? All right, so student debt is about $1.5 trillion at this current moment, or so I believe. And if you want to cut that into quarters, that way you can basically tackle one quarter each year in 4 years, that way you can knock it all out, you'd be left with approximately 3.75. You'd be left with, now if you wanted to knock all of that out in 4 years, you'd have to divide that by 4, and you're left with about $0.375-ish trillion to knock out each year. All right, so if you then divide that 0.375 number by the number of taxpayers, you get an approximate increase in taxes of about $2,500, and that is per year. And between 4 years, you're paying about $10,000 for someone's college. Now, whether you went to college or you didn't go to college, you'd still be stuck paying for someone's college. Now, that number may go up or down depending on what your income is. It'll go up if you have a higher income, and it'll go down if you have a lower income, but that is generally around how much it'll be to completely wipe out student debt in the next 4 years. So if Biden were to cancel all student debt, every taxpayer would be left paying approximately $2,500 per year in addition to the other taxes. So that is about how much each taxpayer would be required to pay extra. Now, you can divide that in percentages and do a bunch of other stuff with it, and it's not exact, but that is how much per taxpayer would then be required. Now, getting to the topic of debt and national debt. So currently we have a national debt of about 27 trillion. And so I'm going to quick explain a little bit of math and more physical applicable science behind how big your money really is or how big it isn't. So the average bill size is approximately 2.5 wide by 6 long, and I measured about 4 thousandths, although I think the Treasury sets it to like 4.7 or something like that, but I'm going to roll with 4 thousandths for my calculation. Most Americans can picture a football field in size. So a football field, I'm not measuring end zones, is 300 foot by 160 feet. It's 300 foot long, 160 feet wide, and you have a standard football field. All right, so if you were to lay out $1 bills across the football field, the width of the football field, it would be about 768. All right, so if you were to take the width and lay out the dollar bill, or say if this was a $1 bill, if you were to take and lay $1 bills across the football field, you would get approximately $768 bills wide, and then you'd also get $600 bills long with the football field, and that equates to about $460,800. $460,000 is well more than enough to buy a decent sized house. And that is just 4,000 thick over an entire football field. Now, if you were to take and make that 2,000 thick, that would be, or 8,000 thick, 2 layers thick, that would be almost $1 million right there. And it's just 8,000 thick. It's $2 bills thick. If our national debt is $27 trillion, that, and you do the math, that would be approximately 58 or to 59 million layers. Now, if you do that, that would be 234,375 inches thick. Now, to convert that to feet, that's approximately 19,531 feet tall. 19,531 feet tall is well above where jets cruise. Like, if this was a stack that high, the jets would be crashing into it, and you'd need an oxygen mask to go up that high. That is really, really, really high up there. Now, if you were to take $1 bills and stack them all into FEU 40-foot sea containers, and you run the math with cubic inches and all this other stuff, and you pack it solid, you would need approximately 349,944 FEU shipping containers. All right, so currently the largest ship is the Hong Kong OOCL, which can hold 21,413 20-foot shipping containers. TEU, which is the EU is equivalent unit, so we have FEU, which is 40 foot equivalent unit, and then we have TEU, which is 20-foot equivalent unit. Anyway, that is how they're measured. And then the biggest ship can hold 21,413 TEU, and then each FEU is about 2 TEU. So then it can hold approximately 10,706 FEU for the largest shipping ship. And each shipping container would hold approximately $77 million. And that's approximate. Once all the numbers are said and done, the largest shipping ship would need to take 33 loads back and forth between its end destination and its home base. It would need to take 33 loads to get $27 trillion in $1 bills back and forth again. That is a lot of money. If you would go back to college, a 2013 statistic says that only 27% of all college graduates have a job in their degree that they have specialized. And so that's about 73% waste in college money. I don't know what the numbers are. You can run those numbers. That would be well over $1 trillion in waste of that college debt. So over $1 trillion of that money wasted. I don't know about you, but I personally would not want to pay an extra $2,500 in taxes just so most of 73% of the money would go to someone who isn't even using their skills that they learned in college. So basically just giving money away and paying for people's college provides an incentive to go to college and not do the work. Like, if you do the work, good for you. If you don't do the work, it doesn't really matter if this is the way we are going to go. If you don't do the work, what is the point of going to college and spending $100,000 on a degree? And we're just going to get stuck with the taxes for you to go to college and end up having a job at McDonald's or something like that you didn't even study for. So with this incentive, I personally do not back the free college or let's pay off the student loan debt stuff, because all that does is put in their minds, if we don't do work, we still get free money and free advanced education. I think that we should let advanced education be expensive. That way, you are held accountable to go out and prosper and really make money and do a good job and not just go to college just to party and hang out with friends. That is not a good use of your money, your taxpayers' money, your parents' money, or however you're going to go and pay this. It is a horrible expenditure of money and time, and you are best either going to college and really putting in the effort and making a difference and going out and getting a job in that field, or not going to college at all and finding some other job. Providing free college lowers the value of the college you're giving, because if you're just giving free college, it doesn't add value to it. But if you really take college seriously and say, yeah, I'm going to put the work in and I'm going to really learn what I want to learn and then go out and make a difference, that really shows that you know what you're doing and that college was a good expenditure of your time. And if the government's going to pay for it, it was a good expenditure of their time and their money and the taxpayers' money. But if you don't ever want to pay for someone else's school, because you never know, you don't know them, and you're basically just giving them free money that they can go do whatever with. If college were expensive, you would be able to choose and say, yes, I want to go and learn this craft and this art or science, whatever it may be, and then go and get a job, and not learn this and then go get a job at McDonald's. That does not profit the economy any. That doesn't profit the people in society any. And that just takes away from what colleges are really trying to give, which is a good education. And that just ruins the experience for the 27% of people who actually go out and get a job. But then the rest of the 73% probably just partied most of the time and didn't go and actually learn something, and they didn't go ahead and apply it after. I mean, yes, there are exceptions to this rule. Like some people go to college, really do the hard work, don't party, dual major, but then end up in a totally different field. But that is a rare case. That's a rare case in the system. The thing I want to leave you with is, how are you spending your money, and how do you want the government to spend your money? Do you want free college for everyone and basically have a stupid society where everything is free and nobody puts in effort? Or do you want a society where people say, yes, I'm going to commit to this $100,000 like 4-year thing, and I'm going to learn this, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do it well? I think a community and society committed to learning and learning something well and making a difference is much more valuable than everybody getting a free education. So when making college decisions, decide whether you are going to be the person who goes and really learns and tries hard to learn their craft and go out and get a job, or if you're going to be the 73% that says, screw it, it's government money and we're just going to blow it. So you need to decide whether and what you're going to do, and you need to decide what you're going to do and whether you really should go to college and make it worth your time and your effort put into it. So that is about it for this video. I may have missed a couple points, but if you want to make your own calculations with football fields and stuff like that, go for it. And please leave a comment if you like this video, and be sure to subscribe if possible. Awesome.